Samantha makes her way into the cage. Let me just, to add to your point with El Shaddai, I can't hate him. I know that he can be somewhat polarizing, but he embraces it so well. To me, he's just interesting, and he's bright, and he's articulate, and he understands the game, the trash talk, and his social media is on point. I love everything about this guy, and he told us he's got a couple more with Cage Wars before he turns pro, so I'm just going to enjoy the ride with you as long as we can.
You know, and he's got something that most heavyweights don't have. It's a real high-level grappling pedigree, specifically a wrestling pedigree. You know, a lot of the high-level pro guys will tell you if you're a heavyweight with good grappling pedigree, you can go pro, period. You know, and this guy is such a good wrestler with such heavy hands, such a hard work ethic, and so athletic. Really, the sky's the limit. Well,
and I'm glad that you pointed it out, because up until I started kind of following his training and stuff, I didn't realize that, you know, he's got a real history here. He's been, you know, of actual wrestling, because we've seen him just destroy guys with his power. Well, he hasn't had a chance.
But that's the beauty of having that high-level grappling, is that you're not afraid to really throw those punches with bad intentions, because if somebody tries to grapple you, take you around, go ahead. They've always got that as their insurance policy, if you will.
I'll ask you after Mike Falvo brings our next fighter into the cage what the future professional prospects could be for a guy like El Shaddai. As we see our next fighters in here.
Again, Samantha Ayala coming out of Underdog MMA in Connecticut, a teammate of Erica Valentin. Erica was very excited to see this young lady, and she's expecting her to put on a show. As we patiently await Miss Kyra Lee out of Combat Fitness and MMA in Vermont, Winooski, Vermont. Oh, I love this song. Fat Bottom Girls make the world go round. At least my world.
And her opponent making her way to the red corner, Kyra Lee.
Now, you'd have to have a round bottom. Like she's got to have a big sturdy base, right? You can't come out to this and be a skinny girl.
You never
right?
know.
Okay. I'm not judging it. I'm just curious.
She looks like she's ready to have fun either way, though.
What's that?
She looks like she's ready to have fun either way.
Absolutely.
Eyes wide open, smiling.
Agreed.
And that's what you love to see in this sport.
Yep. And again, there's so much unknown with these fighters. First time in the cage, second time in the cage.
You know, and we talked about the schools coming from Combat Fitness and MMA. We know Kyra Lee's going to be prepared. We know that Samantha Ayala is going to be prepared. It's going to be a great fight.
Samantha looks relaxed.
Her opponent's singing along to her song, though.
Yeah.
You got to love that.
She looks like she's in great shape. She's ripped. She's got a six-pack. This is our last fight before we go to our main card. 5 to go after this, including 3 title fights. We'll send it up inside the cage.
The upcoming contest on the card for Cage Wars 57, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is at our catchweight 130-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She weighed in last night at 128.7 pounds. Representing Underdog Mixed Martial Arts out of West Hartford, Connecticut, La Mala Samantha Ayala. And her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. She weighed in last night at 127 pounds. Representing Combat Fitness out of Burlington, Vermont, Kyra Lee. The man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, Mr. Dan Mergliata.
Well, I have no idea what to expect, but I can't wait.
I expect a well-rounded fight, and both these ladies are going to go out to finish. Kyra Lee in the red, Samantha Ayala in the blue. Coming out with the heavy hand, Samantha. Looking to deliver that knee. Kyra Lee looked for the takedown, but didn't work. Ended up on her back. Ayala followed her down, half guard. Kyra looking to work on that right arm of Ayala. Right now, Ayala just, she's content taking it slow, establishing the position, trying to work her way up.
And Kyra, to her credit, slow and methodical, patient, not overreacting.
Looking for the Kimura to threaten the submission, maybe to get a roll. Samantha in half guard. Kyra Lee retains full guard now, opens it up. You hear Ayala's corner saying hop up.
Ayala appears to be strong. She appears to be pretty strong.
A little bit shorter, more compact. I would agree. Looking for that arm. Kyra Lee's looking for the armbar. Ayala defending, stacking.
Boy, she's getting it in there.
She is, but she's doing a good job.
She's about
stacking.
to straighten her out.
She's trying to shake it out.
She
Nice
did. She
job!
got her.
Wow,
she got her deep.
Good
that
job
is,
by Kyra Lee.
what skill?
Well, skill, but also the best time for a submission like that is going to be early in the fight before the sweat kind of takes over, because it's hard once the grease is going to really hit those submissions.
Well, and tell me about the strength to extend the arm out like that. In that, it seemed like an awkward position she was in, but she does have the benefit, obviously, of
She
of
had
pulling it down
excellent
with
technique.
force.
Technique's going to win every time, and you know what? This young lady had great technique.
Wow, that was impressive. Well, after our first 4 or 5 fights were all decisions, we've had some quick ones in the last 4 or 5. And I think she was able to get that submission in less than 60 seconds.
I think Kyra kind of even surprised herself on that.
I think so too. But she was very patient. She never panicked, and you could see the gears working as she was trying to figure out. And you called it. You had said here's what she's looking to do. She got the arm. She brought in Ayala, and that was it.
And again, Ayala was stacking her, but then after you stack, sometimes you got to shimmy and shake that arm out. And it looked like she might have tried to extend up a little bit to get some distance with the arm, and that's when Kyra just took advantage of it, locked in, and extended her body in that arm.
All smiles. Easy work.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official decision.
How about a round of applause for these two great fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Referee Dan Mergliatos called a stop to the fight 1 minute 37 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by way of armbar, Kyra Lee.
All smiles.
That was
good for
impressive.
her. That was a great job.